So it's like the perfect storm. In 2015, our landfill is full. We're short $2.4 to $3.8 million to cap it. We need another $1,066,000 in rubbish collections, and we need $1 million transfer station. These are pretty heavy numbers. And again, we're just, the committee is just taking up the issue of transfer stations, costs. We've, I think, only addressed it at one meeting, so we're just starting there. So there's definitely a need, unless we're thinking about really a huge tax rate increase in 2015. I think it's more important that we start to address a portion of that pie now with the pay-as-you-throw system, which will at least cover the capping. That's what I got for you.
Okay, this is an ad hoc public hearing. This is now open to the public. Comment?
My name is Joe Souza. I live at 49 Hancock Street. I'd like to first thank the Recycle and Landfill Committee for their work. I think their diligence is making it a lot easier to make the decision. Thank you for your time. Just had a few questions. Easy ones first. No bin, no barrel. If we pass this, that ends. In other words, if I don't have enough in my recycle bin, I can still put the trash out and they'll pick it up.
That's not true.
Why? That's what I thought would be sort of incentive, because we had a lot of people come forward and say they don't have a full bin. Myself, I use a trash can I've converted, and it takes a couple of weeks to fill it up. I put it out there half empty, and the truck's stopping, wasting fuel for nothing. I realize we paid for that service, but thinking economically, that truck is wasting fuel to get out to dump 4 cans, whereas next week I might have 12 or 18 or whatever. So I'd reconsider that. Second thing, as a member of the Tiverton Citizens for Change, we adopted to pick up the trash over at the Fish Road park and ride. Now I take that trash to my house, separate it, and just putting the trash and recycles out in front of my house. I'm hoping that something's going to be in this ordinance so that people that are participating in that program are able to dispose of the trash without having to buy the bags. So that's another issue that I don't think was addressed with this. I had a question about the landfill. I'm not sure if it's appropriate with this, but I was just wondering if we still had to continue to do the well monitoring up there after it was capped. Is that a continuous, something that's going to be an expense to us?
I am not sure, but I would think it would be.
All right.
Yeah, it would be.
So with that continue to, so we're still going to have costs at that landfill even after we cap it?
Yes.
And God forbid lead or something got in the water, that could be even worse. Okay. All right, you said that you used conservative numbers in this plan. I noticed that in Middletown, when they did it, a lot of the people didn't participate, and they had a shortfall, and then they had to throw a fee on top of it. I think it was $150 a year you have to pay to have your trash picked up, plus buy the bags. So I'm hoping that in your numbers, you are conservative, considering you have a lot of people that own businesses, say in Fall River, they're just going to maybe take their trash and dump it in their own dumpster in Fall River. Since they're paying for it already through their business, I know it, you know, a lot of times I take big items where I work. Instead of putting them out, I take them where I work and just put them at work, because the dumpster there. So.
Yeah, well, I think Middletown made the fatal mistake of not funding any of their rubbish collection because they thought the pay-as-you-throw would make up the difference. And what happened was, when they put in the pay-as-you-throw system, the rubbish volume dropped, like everybody would suspect, and they didn't have enough money to fund the program. We still continue funding the rubbish pickup and recycling program in our yearly budget. It's like I said, $573,000 for this fiscal year, and I've made the same proposal with small adjustment to the town administrator just this morning to continue that under our tax basis. So the pickup and disposal will will be funded.
Yeah, and I understand. I'm just saying, I don't want you to, I think what they did in Middletown was they tried to make it sound like it was gonna make the price cheaper, and they sold it to the town, and got the town to go along with it, but then I don't wanna shortchange this here. I wanna make sure that we have accurate numbers, so that if this goes through, we don't face something like that in the next year, because that'll really turn the taxpayers off. I don't know, I think you sort of addressed the bonding issue, and that's, I tell you, I've been back and forth weighing this, and I honestly have to say, I think this is probably the best way to go to save our landfill, and to save this town a lot of money and interest if we had to bond this. So, just we're gonna say that I approve this, and also that I thank you very much for your time and effort. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name's Rodney Pimenta. I'm 75 Diffrey Road, and I've been a resident of this town for 50-some years. First off, I'd just like to ask you, this pay-as-you-throw program, is it going to pertain to leaves also?
Well, if you want your leaves picked up at curbside, then you're gonna have to put your leaves in $2 bags. If you bring them to the landfill, you can bring as many leaves and brush up there as you want to. But if it's a collection process, you would still be charged. But under my proposed budget for next year, I put in for 8 yard waste pickups. We had them a couple of years ago. They were eliminated last year because of budget constraints, but I'm proposing it in next fiscal year's budget to have 8 yard waste pickups, 4 in the spring and 4 in the fall.
With no charges?
With no charge for that, no. No, but it has to make it through the budget process. It's over $5,000 a pickup. So we're talking $40,000+ in the town budget for yard waste pickup, and I propose that.
Well, I'm sure I'm not the only one, but if I have to have payment for these bags on leaves alone, it's going to cost me about $500 a year with the trees I got in the backyard, and they pay to have it picked up. I know there's a problem with the recycling, and if everyone did their part, it would be a big help. My gripe with this is, I know that you're after the residents to do their jobs and to recycle properly, but I never hear anything said about the businesses in town. Why isn't Dunkin' Donuts recycling their trash? Why isn't the car wash down off the Bearswick Road has cardboard thrown in their dumpster every week? Why aren't they recycling?
That material does not go to our landfill. That's picked up by a private contractor and hauled somewhere else. That is not part of our issue with our landfill filling up. The dumpster, business dumpsters are not going to our landfill.
And how about the Knights of Columbus?
That's a business dumpster, it's not going to our landfill.
You may see Patriot pick, a lot of the dumpsters, private dumpsters this business have hired Patriot Disposal, our same rubbish contractor, but they operate separately and they do not come to our landfill. But you may see Patriot trucks picking up dumpsters, and you may think it's part of the town program, but it's not. It's just coincidental that it's the same contractor doing private work and also public work for the town.
And as far as what you're saying about coming in like from Fall River, there's a residence right down in Garden Heights, and every week they got cardboard that they're putting out in their trash filled with grass or leaves or whatnot. And I swear these cardboard boxes are coming from their business in Fall River. They run a store on Grove Street at Admiral's Market, and it's the boxes that they're using is those boxes that the lettuce comes in. So it has to be coming from out of their market, and then it's going to our landfill. So that's about all I have to say. I know you have to do what you have to do, but that pain as you throw, I think we're paying enough in this town as it is, but what more can you say?